With Chapter 5. Just to remind you, we are using Application Express to go in and So the create SQL and the populate SQL come from the book, and then we go in and follow the chapters, and we're currently on Chapter 5, executing SQL commands. So in Chapter 5, what we're going to do is to the database, not necessarily in any specific order, but notice we've got T's and B's and C's and S's and D's. So if we go in and say, let's order by, what that's going to do is going to say, let's alphabetize the return values. And we no longer have things in random order that they were inserted in. We've got them in ascending order, as you would expect in an alphabetized list. Now I can do this with multiple columns as well, and then I'm going to order by the product price, then by the product name, so I see what's the cheapest priced object, and then I'm going to sort alphabetically by the cheapest price and present that. So notice that $2.50 carrots comes before $2.50 TNT. And that's exactly what we expected from the output. Now, I can also go in and say order by column numbers. I'm not really going to do that because I don't think that's a best practice. I'd much rather order by a specific name because we actually want to know what it is. If I want to order in the opposite direction, I want to order largest to smallest, I can do that as well. And that's just by saying we're going to go descending as opposed to ascending, and ascending is the default. So notice in this example we start out with something that's $55 as opposed to $2.50. And the $2.50 one is at the bottom. But we are doing ascending order for the carrots and TNT because carrots come before TNT, and we're doing the descending only by the product description. If we wanted to swap those around, we could put a sort both by product description, product price, and product name. And we get carrots coming after TNT sorted by the price. So we have to do it in both columns where we say order by, descending first by price, then descending next by product name. So we can also go in and filter data, which is Chapter 6, where rather than just doing a select statement, we're going to say select where something is true. So we're going to specifically look for the carrots and TNT, and we're going to do that by saying select by price. And we get back just those two rows. Greater than, less than, between two values. So if we can do a character search, we're looking for a product name that has fuses as the name, and we get the one row back that we expected. We can also do it's important to note that case is important here. So if we go in and look for fuses with lowercase f, it should return no rows found because it actually is a capital F. So when we go to the capital F, it should come back with a result. Now I can go in and look for things that are below a certain price. So everything now was returned is less than $10. And we can say order by to make it a little bit more orderly, so we know it goes from $2.50 up to $9.99. In that we're now looking at something that is $10, and we get two more entries there because instead of saying less than, we actually less than or equal to. Now if we're looking for something not supplied by a certain vendor number, we can do that as well. And if we wanted to go in and see what vendor IDs are not 103, we get back 3 values, whereas remember previously we saw 4 values. If we get rid of the where clause, we should see 4 values. Including the 103 this time. And we can do the same thing with the not equal operator as opposed to the greater than less than operator, and we see basically the same thing, where we get back the list of things provided by anybody but vendor 103. Now we can do range of values, where something's between 2 values. And we see the price between $5 and $10. Now, null is a special operator that says I want to show where something that doesn't have a price. So I'm looking for values in the database where it doesn't have a price assigned to it. And there's no entries in the database where we have a blank price. But we do have customer IDs that have null values, so we'll use that as an example. So we've got some customer IDs where there's no email associated with the customer. And that's something important to note if we're going to do an email campaign. So basically what we've done is we've done a select statement, looking at specific columns, and then select statement filtering on things like greater than, less than. We can also do more complex things, which we'll do in Chapter 7.